Thanks for tuning into this video. If you're brand new to the channel, we are here trying to take our crazy ideas that we've been having to help provide sustainable food and energy to local communities around the world in Sunday off. And we're trying to make that a reality. So glad you joined us. Let's get in this video.
All right, well, it's the next day. I got all the inventory checked in. We are ready to start manufacturing again, which is totally exciting. And every time we do this, we're getting closer and closer to production. And this time, we're going to be using the ERP system and the manufacturing workflow to actually make sure that we're doing everything correct. I've already been working on it a little bit today, and I've got the CNC machine up and ready. I've got to get the drill press ready, and then we're going to start cutting on our first part. So let's get started.
Things are going pretty well so far on this build. I gotta admit, I'm really happy with how things have progressed. We've got a little inventory tower here with part numbers and everything now. We're doing part numbering scheme, configuration management, all these things you've got to do when you're doing product management, product development. And part of what we're testing out with the ERP system is kitting. Right? So kitting is when you come and you look at what the computer says and you go and you get it all, put it in little baggies, and you set it up on a kit table so that the person who does the actual assembly, they just come up, they get their parts, and they go to their assembly work center and they start working. And this creates a lot of efficiencies. People don't have to go look for parts. They just basically get their box of parts, go to the tower, put it all together, or their work center, excuse me, and put it all together. So far it's working okay. Steep learning curve, but it's part of why we're doing this. We've got 7 more towers to produce here using this methodology, and there's some bill of materials changes, some parts that we found that, ordered wrong. All this stuff, we're working it all out, which is way cool. This is how you should do it, right? You should not just jump into selling, but slowly work your way into it and have your systems and processes all set up so you're ready to go. With that, I gotta get back to work. I'm on the clock. Oh yeah! It's about 2 in the afternoon. It's over 102 degrees Fahrenheit, and we're doing our first test of full-size plastic welded flexible tank. So far so good, and it's about halfway full. So I wasn't able to fill it all the way, but that's okay. It's a pretty good test here. We've had one seam right on the very bottom where I actually cut it with the scissors after I welded it because there's quite a bit of material there. Looks like I cut it too far. This is a great test. Really happy with it. Actually, really happy with it. The first time I ever welded, we had to rework it like 3 times. One rework and done. Holding great. Got us a bladder tank. These are a lot easier to empty than their predecessor. Sorry for the loud sound, that's the fan that's going. It's really hot out and we're not turning that thing off today. We're rocking through this thing. We've got a 3/4 inch deflection wide and about an inch deflection here. I'm talking about it before and I should have put a vertical member there. So we're going to do a quick design update and we started reading the tank. We're going to put a vertical member here. We're going to need to print up some brackets for that. We're going to have to change the side paneling as well to adjust for that. All where we want it to be, and we were considering doing a fabric cross member going lengthwise to make sure it stays the appropriate length. But we'll see how that goes. Otherwise, it's really nice. The fabric really worked well, and the liner in the case is doing exactly what it's supposed to do, distributing the load and making sure no water can make its way to any of the electronics. This right here is the reason why we went to flexible tanks. This tank is about 20 inches tall when it's fully filled with 60 gallons of water. And for shipping, it breaks down to about 2 inches total in height. It still has its full width and length, but that is amazing. So we're so happy we went to flexible tanks. We got the packaging jerky down quite a bit. Good. Well, there you go. That's serial number 2021-0001. Headed down to Houston so it can enter operations and be used down there. Hopefully attract some investors to the cause. Now that we got all the space available in the shop here, we're actually doing updates to the tower. We had some things that we already want to update. We're so excited because instead of having 7 boxes like we did the first shipment, we got it down to 2, and we dropped almost $350 off the shipping cost by going to those flexible tanks. So major improvement on that. And now that we got all this room in here, while we wait for parts for the next tower builds to come, we're actually going back and we're upgrading the version 1, the Ironmans, with the same software and same guts as the new tower. So we're not going to upgrade everything in them because some stuff is kind of cut into metal and you can't change it. But we are going back and upgrading everything to match the new tower with all the lessons learned. And our hope is to get these bad boys back in operation and get you guys some content coming up with these new towers. So be sure to stay tuned, check out the playlist, and watch because we got a lot of cool stuff coming for you guys. It's so exciting. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, check out the playlist of this entire Grow Tower build. In the meantime, this is The Real Martian, out.